checking out Dungeon Dealer. I'm going to do a really quick preview to show you how this thing works. So every single card is different in every deck, and what you'll do is you'll typically put a starting entrance piece first on top of the deck. There's 3 different ones of those. You don't have to, but these are great because there's 4 open edges. So what you do is you'll pull a card, and then to figure out the orientation, you roll a d20, and it says 16 here. So what you do is you orient the card, and see it says 11 through 15. That's the way the card is going to face. If it were oh, I'm sorry, I've rolled a 16, so 16 is here. 16 through 20 faces this way. I rolled a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it would face that way. So pretty simple. Once you get to an open edge, you pull another card, roll the d20, and see which way the card faces. And that's basically it. There's also a system of stats down here. There's traps, enemies. Enemies can surprise you if they're facing you when you get to the edge. And that's basically it. As you can see in the video, the maze wound around a bit, and I got caught in a few dead ends, which is fine. Like, that's just what happens. It's a maze. So I walked around this way, and everything opened up. And what's cool is that with Dungeon Dealer, they're spaced in a certain way, and there's a bunch of openings that allow parts of the dungeon that are already drawn to link up later. And you'll see that there's enemies with these X's waiting for you around those unexplored corners. The 3x3 chamber cards are a little bit more simple. They're all 3x3. They have corners, single wall pieces, and just regular no walls at all tiles like that. And these, like I said, shuffle extremely well into the maze deck. So I think if you want to build like really great, diverse, massive dungeons, you're going to want both the maze and the 3x3 chamber deck. That said, people that only use the 3-dimensional tiles like this are going to want probably just the 3x3 chamber deck, either 1 or 2 decks. 1 might be enough, I'm not too sure. But yeah. That's that. These are just prototypes, so they're not exactly the way that they're going to end up. We're improving them as we go. Part of the larger pledges for Dungeon Dealer are these 3-dimensional 3x3 tiles that match the tile deck. So for people that want to pledge that amount, they'll get these solid stone, hydrostone pieces that there's no glue. They're really solid. They look crazy, and they're really fun to play with. So there's walls, corners, flat pieces. There's skeleton tiles, a whole bunch of cool stuff that'll be involved in the pledges. Thanks again for checking out the Kickstarter. We're really excited about it because it's a really fun mechanic, system, way of surprising yourself. Like, every single time when you lay out a dungeon, either by yourself or with a big group of people, cooperatively or competitively, we think it's pretty awesome. So thanks a lot.